So this is, I want to give you one more example. This is probably the most difficult type of question that you'll have, but I wanted to go ahead and give you one that looked like this so that you could see, because there is one on your little homework maze that you're doing. So when you've got this fraction here, it adds a step to get rid of that fraction. It's actually kind of step zero, basically. Okay, remove fraction. Okay, so removing this fraction is kind of step zero. You've got to prepare your equation. You do this, we know that fractions are just pieces of something. So this is saying you got this equation, 4x plus 2, and you want a third of that. You want to divide whatever this is by 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to make everything 3 times as big so that we don't have to divide this by 3. We just multiply everything else by 3, and that keeps us from having to divide this by 3. Because with equations, anytime you do the opposite operation, it'll cancel it out. So we're going to multiply by 3 there. Multiplying by 3 and dividing by 3 cancels that out. We're going to take our 12 and we're going to multiply by 3. Then we're going to take everything over here and we're going to multiply by 3. So we're just bringing everything up, making everything 3 times as big. Okay? If you take the number 5 and you multiply it by 2, you get 10. And you divide 10 by 2, you get 5. If you take the number 27 and you multiply it by 9, or divide it by 9, you get 3. And multiply by 9, you get 27. So anytime you multiply something and divide something by the same number, you get back to that original answer. That's what's going to happen right here. If we take this answer and we divide it by 3 and then multiply it by 3, you get 4x plus 2 as your answer. Every time. Multiply by 3, divide by 3, multiply by 2, divide by 2, multiply by 20, divide by 20. You get that same answer. You just bring your numerator down. Kind of a little shortcut there. Then we're going to multiply 12 times 3 and get 36. And then you're going to distribute this 3. Remember, every time we distribute, we multiply. We've moved on to actual step 1 by now, to distribute. So distribute 3 times 16, 3 16x's, 3 groups of 16x gives me 48x's, 3 groups of negative 2 is negative 6. Now from here, this is a problem we've seen before. We can combine our like terms. Remember, like terms have to be on the same side of the equal sign. So I've got a variable, constant, and a constant, a variable, and a constant. So I'm going to combine these two constants here. Gives me 4x plus 38 equals 48x minus 6. All I did was combine those two. Step 3, I'm going to get my variables together. So I'm going to locate my smallest variable, and I'm going to get rid of it. If it equals 0, bring down my 38. You get 44x minus 6. And then step 4 is get my variable alone. So I'm going to add 6 on both sides. Make that equal 0. That gets my variable of 44x by itself. And then the last step is always to divide by, So we added 6. Our last step is always to divide by this coefficient here. And we know 44 divided by 44 is 1 equals x. I hope this cleared up how to deal with those fractions. If you still have questions on that, please don't hesitate to let me know. Today you need to be working on and finishing up that maze. It is due tonight at midnight. So you need to make sure that you're working on that and getting that done. If you need help, just let me know, and good luck.